Hello, my name is Evan Ramirez, and in this presentation, I'll be talking about three paintings which are all from the 19th century. I found these paintings in the Getty Museum, which is located in Los Angeles, California. Each one of these paintings stood out to me in different ways, and each one of these paintings were created in different artistic movements. The three paintings I selected are Irises by Vincent van Gogh, Modern Rome, Campo Vaccino by James W. Turner or Joseph Mallord, William Turner. Each of these artists use different styles but still convey similar emotions. In this presentation, I will discuss things like context, textures, colors, and the cultural and historical significance of each of these paintings. I will also analyze each of these paintings and my thoughts on them, as well as what I think the artists intended to convey through their work. Lastly, I will compare and contrast these artworks as well as the overall meaning of each piece. Artwork 1, Irises, Vincent van Gogh. The first artwork I chose from the Getty Museum that I will be discussing is Irises by Vincent van Gogh, which was created in 1889. This art piece was created in the Post-Impressionism movement, which was a movement that was an extension as well as a reaction against Impressionism. This movement rejected the usage of fleeting light to capture emotions and instead implemented bold colors as well as leaning more into geometric structure, intense emotional expressions, and symbolic meaning. This painting was created while Vincent van Gogh was in the Saint Paul de Mausole Asylum in Saint Remy, France, in which he frequently used his artwork as physical therapy. Right off the bat, like many other paintings by Vincent van Gogh, his strong use of colors really stands out. This painting features a garden of deep blue-purple irises, with the stems of the irises being a softer green. These colors give a warm, calming feeling. I also noticed the background consists of marigolds, but it is clear the irises are the standout flowers. The singular white iris also caught my attention because of the contrast in color. Vincent van Gogh was known for using a technique called impasto, which gives a very thick and visibly raised texture in these paintings, which is noticeable in this painting as well. The flow in which the lines are created also give a sense of movement, like wind blowing the irises towards a certain direction. Vincent van Gogh has been one of my favorite painters since I was in elementary school. His paintings always stand out to me, and he has a style of art that is easily distinguishable compared to other artists. Although his paintings are beautiful, Vincent van Gogh often expresses his emotions through his art. Throughout his life, Vincent van Gogh suffered from severe mental and physical health issues, but this painting is different. Because he was admitted to an asylum during this time period, this painting is considered to be a lifeline. He created this as a way to cope with isolation and push through his suffering. Artwork 2, Modern Rome, Campo Vaccino by James W. Turner. The second artwork I chose is from the Getty Museum is Modern Rome, Campo Vaccino by James W. Turner, which was created in 1839. This painting is an oil on canvas painting which was created in the Romanticism movement. The Romanticism movement emphasized things like intense emotion, imagination, and the power of untamed nature. In this painting, the main focus is the Roman Forum, which is considered to be one of the most historically important sites in Rome. This painting stood out to me because of the architecture, landscape, and overall lighting of this painting. The light reflects off buildings and illuminates each object in view. This painting looks as if it was imagined in a dream, and the reason for this is because of the warm golden tones as well as the soft, cloudy look that the painting has. There's also an atmospheric perspective which allows for the closer parts of the painting to be more detailed from the further parts, giving the landscape a larger field of view and showing how large it is supposed to be. The word Campo Vaccino translates to cow pasture. This is important because after the fall of the Roman Empire, the Roman Forum fell into ruin and was eventually used for grazing livestock. James W. Turner created this painting a decade after he visited Italy. He relied on things like his sketchbook and memory to capture the Roman Forum in his art. When I look at this painting, I get the feeling of peacefulness and warmth. This art piece is one of those paintings where the more you look at it, the more you can find and really appreciate how much detail went into it. There are many architectural elements in these paintings, like the ruins, columns, and arches. There are also different sections with different people living in the moment and doing what can assume to be their everyday tasks. The balance of harmony and colors throughout the entire painting, especially the sky with the soft blues, whites, and yellows, complement each other and allow for that foggy look to be present entirely. Initially, this painting stood out to me for those very reasons. It is a beautiful painting with a lot to look at. However, after learning more about this painting, I came to the realization that it is more than just a beautiful painting, but instead a representation of how time changes through the rise and fall of civilizations. Artwork 3, Sunrise, Marine, Claude Monet. The third and final artwork I chose from the Getty Museum is Sunrise, Marine by Claude Monet, which was created in 1873. Like the last two, this art piece is also an oil on canvas painting. It was created during the Impressionism movement, which rejected strict realism. Instead, smooth blending was abandoned and artists focused on fleeting moments as well as how light, color, and atmosphere changed the visuals. This painting is set during sunrise and is a harbor scene. What stood out to me the most about this painting is the lighting and the soft colors. The mood of this painting is atmospheric and calm. Instead of focusing on the realistic details, the fleeting moment in time is captured through the lighting. The contrast in colors and reflection in the water strongly emphasizes the sunrise. When I look at this painting, the feelings that it gives is peaceful and overall just calming. The brushstrokes are visible and loose, as well as not heavily blended. There are also parts of the painting that are blurry just like the water, which makes the painting feel natural and feel like it was captured during an actual sunrise. This painting captures the town of Le Havre, which is Claude Monet's hometown. After the defeat of France in the Franco-Prussian War, the country set out to rebuild their economy and spirit. This art piece was painted as a celebration of French resilience. This was created during a time of industrialization and modernization. Like the other paintings, I initially was only fascinated by how this piece looked and how the colors were used. However, after learning more about the true meaning behind this painting, it fascinates me how personal this painting is to Claude Monet. Not only that, but it is also a statement in Impressionism, as Claude Monet captured the changing effects of light and atmosphere. As for the compare and contrast, although each of these paintings were created by different artists as well as set in different artistic movements, they all share common similarities. Each piece emphasizes lighting and colors to convey the intended emotion. They all also consist of nature or landscapes, and all represent something more than just a painting. Despite their approach being different, their artworks together show how art has changed and evolved over time. Conclusion. Overall, throughout my time learning about each of these three paintings, I've come to grasp an even greater appreciation for these pieces, and other pieces not included in this project. I think a lot of what makes one connect to art is grasping a deeper understanding of what the artist intended to convey and finding your own personal connection to it.